Louis Moore was used to a quiet life. Being a quiet man, he endured it better than most men would. Having a large world of his own in his own head and heart, he tolerated confinement to a small, still corner of the real world very patiently. This quote is about the beauty of the mind and its own ability to sustain itself, if it's trained to be productive and imaginative. And I like to think that I relate to this quote. And when I read it for the first time, it felt like someone has written what I already wanted to say but couldn't find the right words. Which is the case many times with me, with classics. An infidel to your religion, an atheist to your God. Shirley here is in a heated argument with her uncle about who she should marry, and it's clear that both do not see eye to eye. Her uncle holds the worldly views more preciously than any other, and so Shirley tells him that his God is the world and she is an atheist to his God. I love the way the author so strongly showed Shirley's character through these words. He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same. I simply think this is the most romantic confession of love that I have ever come across. This sentence transcends words of love. It goes beyond that fuss of explaining what the other means to her. She, with these words, have summarized what true love is and how souls are the essence of any ground and beautiful love. It was said by Cathy in Wuthering Heights when she was talking about Heathcliff to Nellie, their nurse. The sad part is, though, Heathcliff was eavesdropping on them when she was talking up to that point, and then he left, so he didn't hear Cathy say these words. And how different the story would be, I imagine, if he had. Conscience turned tyrant, held passion by the throat, told her tauntingly she had yet but dipped her dainty foot in the sloe, and swore that with that arm of iron he would thrust her down to unsounded depth of agony. This is Jane telling us about the two forces that were speaking in her mind, conscience that asked her to get away from sin and passion that begged her to stay with the one she loved. But it's apparent here that conscience had the upper hand, and that it knew if passion would have its own way, Jane would sing to misery all days of her life. I love this because I believe we all have gone through some situation like this, where we too had to make a choice between what we wanted and what we knew to be the right thing to do. I am haunted by humans. This is the ending sentence to an amazingly written book, and it is death that says it. I also feel this, for I am always curious about humans, how they interact with each other, what they think about. And when I finished this book and came across this line, I think I had a tear or two in my eyes. For these words describe it better than I could have ever done. How I feel about humans, and how I think that they are incredible, both beautiful and ugly at the same time. I see her and her husband, their course done, lying side by side in their last earthly bed, and I know that each was not more honored and held sacred in the other's soul than I was in the souls of both. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest I go to than I have ever known. This is the last page of A Tale of Two Cities, and I can't talk about it without spoilers, but these words show the genius of Dickens, and how he can write so elegantly and so deeply that they touch my heart every time I read them. Probably they are my favorite words of any book that I have ever read.